2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! Good for me! Oh, yep, this looks like a room I want to be in. Magdalene Roberts, mother of Charles, died at age 68. Hospital reports heart attack as main cause of death. Magdalene Roberts passed away last night at the age of 68. She was visiting her son, Charles Roberts, in Painscreek when her heart failed. Dorothy Patterson, a maid working at the mansion, knocked on Magdalene's door at 7 a.m. Since there was no answer, she assumed Magdalene was still sleeping. It was only 2 hours later, when Magdalene did not respond to her knocking, that she realized something was wrong. She called Bernard Hopkins, the mansion butler, who came and opened the room to find Magdalene lying in her bed. She wasn't breathing. He immediately called 911. Dr. Johnson, the family doctor and head of Painscreek Community Hospital, arrived at the mansion at around 9:30 a.m. and pronounced Magdalene Roberts dead. According to Mr. Johnson, Magdalene Roberts probably had a heart attack sometime in the middle of the night. More accurate diagnoses are yet to be determined, but Magdalene's death was most probably the result of high blood pressure and old age. Okay. This is another journal of Charles Roberts. June 11th, 1974. Our baby daughter is born today. Okay. Oh gosh. The letter that Dr. Johnson sent was also in 74, wasn't it? I just don't remember what month. We've named her Trisha. Vivian had to go through a cesarean section. I'm just glad that both mother and child are safe, and I thank God for that. I feel so happy to have a baby in the family. There's no words to express the joy I'm feeling inside. At the same time, I'm worried of what mother might say once she knows that the baby is a girl. August 16th, 1974. Vivian is being hospitalized for the second time in a year. The first time was for the C-section, this time for mental instability. So I presume that that's... Yeah, this Dr. Johnson told me to not visit her until she has stabilized and ready to receive me. So it would have been in August of 1974. What can I do? Mom wants a boy, but it's not safe for Vivian to be pregnant anymore. Sometimes I feel lost, not knowing what to do. Mostly, I just feel lonely. So is this going to be the journal where we find out about his affair? November 16th, 1974. I never thought this would happen. Whenever Sophia is babysitting Trisha, she would listen to everything. His affair was with Sophia. Well, that seems blatantly obvious, and I feel a little stupid now. Because, yep, she was described as being beautiful. And if he's lonely and she's there, beautiful young woman, I could express myself candidly. Never once did she question the decisions I made. It made me feel like she understands me. I found comfort in her, both spiritually and physically. I just never thought I would have a relationship with her. What should I do now? Okay, so that's November 16th, 74. Charles and Sophia. July 6, 1975. I have a name for our child. He will be called Vincent Roberts. Oh, God. When was Scott born? Do I have that information? I don't know if I have that information. We know that they were around the same age. That would also tie in how Scott had something to do with Sophia. It's because he's her son. July 6th, 75. Sophia, pregnant. Vincent Roberts. The fact that he was going to, like, he will be called Vincent Roberts. He was going to give him the Roberts name. I'll add him to my will. Sophia seems to be hiding as well as she can from Vivian. Even I have not seen her in these last 2 days. I wonder where she could be. May 3rd, 1974. Oh, so this is before the journal I just read. Vivian hasn't spoken since she was discharged from the hospital. Dr. Johnson said she was fully healed, but it will take some time for her to adjust back to her old rhythm. I feel our relationship is deteriorating or has suffered permanently in some way. Okay, so this was after Trisha's birth. She was discharged from the hospital, but this was before her mental instability. June 17th, 1974. I love Trisha, and I know Vivian does too. I can only hope that my mother's passion for her grandson will not affect Vivian's love for Trisha. I hope she does not hold any resentment towards Mother. And there's the picture of Sophia. Yep. My goodness, she is young. June 16th, 1975. Dear Charles, I received a letter from Dorothy yesterday. She told me everything. What have you done, my son? Does Vivian know? Have you even considered the consequences of your actions? And what of this Sophia? What will you do with her? You made a mistake, and you'll need to take responsibility for what you have done. Do you understand? You cannot take her as your wife. You already have one. This scandal cannot be publicly known. It will destroy your political career. However, the child is important. He is your flesh and blood, and might be the son you need to properly continue the family. I am now preparing to visit you. Do not say anything to Vivian yet. I will take care of it when I arrive. Love, Mom. You know what? I feel like Sophia might be justified. Influential citizen Vivian Roberts. People of the State of Newland Awards. What is this? Can I pick that up? No. No. Unless I could have picked that up and I just wasn't hitting it at the right angle. I still have that really fancy key somewhere. Can I open? It doesn't say anything about unlock though. What did the... No, it just says it's locked. But I don't see a place to put a key or anything. But yeah, I have that... This key, with the exquisite design, usually designed to be used with villas and mansions. So that key goes somewhere here. I just don't know where. There are many locked doors in this place. Excuse me. Was there anything else in here? I don't think so. Oh, there is. I read that, right? I don't know if I did read this. To-do list, laundry duty today, clean out the attic, water the plants, book Mrs. Roberts' appointment, wash the windows. Okay. Apparently nothing important. I also, in the process of me walking around the grounds to try to clear that out, I did not see this at all. Okay, that one doesn't work. That one's not going to work. Popular in the 70s with hunting lodges and cabins. So this is for the cabin down by the... Okay. So I can't get in here yet. Oh, is that the... This is the garage. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I'm going to take one more spin through the house to see if I can find out where that ornate key goes. Gosh, I really should. Did I find it? Literally the first door I went to check. Yep. Magdalene's room? / guest room? No, I can't interact with that. Okay, interesting. No, can't do that. Interesting. .201. Okay, so that's sending me back to... Okay. I have the key to the hunting cabin. And I have the key to room 201 at the inn, which is the room that the private investigator was staying in. So that concerns me. Why is his key in the mansion? Excuse me. Okay. Is there anything in here? Oh, and now I'm going back upstairs to Trisha's room. Sunglasses and diary. Oh, Vivian's. Monday, January 2nd, 1994. Andrew came and told me he needed an assistant. He said Scott is too inexperienced and is a burden to him. What he hasn't realized is that the garden has not been maintained well over the past few months, that his drunk behavior is irritating, and that Scott is actually doing more work than he is. Scott is a fast learner. He should be up to speed in no time. Charles was the one who insisted on hiring him anyways. Charles likes the boy. They've been hunting together quite a number of times, and Charles always seems happy with his company. I just don't understand his love for hunting. He sometimes spends more time in his hunting cabin than he does at home. Tuesday, January 3rd, 1994. I was shocked to learn that Scott has been asking around about Sophia. How did he know about Sophia? Who could have told him? It must be Andrew, that drunk. I told him Sophia is gone. Those hallucinations of his is getting worse. He needs to see Henry and get more pills. I'll need to have Bernard keep an eye on Scott from now on. I'll try... Oh, keep an eye on Scott. New sentence. From now on, I'll try to see who he talks to, who he asks. Friday, April 8th, 1994. I said the dates. January. We're at the beginning of January. Now, Friday, April 8th, 1994. I called Oliver and asked if he could be the main photographer for the Easter fundraising event. When he asked what the funds will be used for, I told him it'll be used to raise awareness of Painscreek, to promote our town's tourism. After listening, he agreed to help. When asked how much he would charge, he simply said it'd be free. I was surprised. I appreciate his contribution to this town, for this town. Tuesday, April 12th, 1994. The deal with Howard Medical came through, just as I anticipated. Instead of being happy, I feel empty. Am I getting numb from work, or is it that I don't care anymore? Saturday, May 14th, 1994. Our dinner tonight was quiet. Charles didn't eat much. He asked me about my day, but I didn't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, I don't want to talk to him about much these days. Trisha was silent as well. She's distancing herself from me. I can feel it. She used to confide in me about everything. Now we hardly talk. Is stopping her from seeing Scott wrong? Wednesday, July 6th, 1994. I don't want Trisha to be near Scott anymore. Of all the men in the world, why would Trisha pick him? This is unacceptable. I can pick up the hat. Okay. What can I do with the hat? Can I take the hat? No, I cannot take the hat. What was the point of me picking up the hat? Okay. Okay. And Trisha's room was upstairs, right? I'm not completely insane. Oh, I guess I do have the map, so I just came up. Exercise room, so I have to go down, I have to go across from the bar. I have to, okay, right by the front stairs. Which, of course, I came up the wrong stairs, and I'm now on the other side of the house. Her room should be right here. Golly gee. That was super useful, finding that map. Okay, I can't unlock it. I have to, unless I, no, this looks like a key. Butterfly-shaped key used mostly for musical boxes and wall clocks. So oh, okay. So this is, oh god, where was that? Was that in the, oh, where was that? Sorry, hold on, give me a second. If I look at the map, I don't think looking at the map is gonna remind me where. I remember coming across the clock and it said, like, use item, and I was like, what item? There it is. Face item. Turn key. Turn. Why is nothing happening? Not correct key? Why did it let me? I'm confused. Do I need something else? Why did it let me put that in it if I can't turn it? Examine? Oh. Turn right fast. I'm gonna try 11:15. Oop. 11:15. I'm gonna try midnight. Nope. Okay. I was just thinking the 11:15 was when Scott was seen walking away from the mansion the night that Vivian died. Although Vivian was found at 7:15. So is 7:15 gonna... Seen leaving the mansion the night that Vivian died at 11:15. Andrew was drunk and Scott was called and arrived at 11:15. I feel like something else happened at 11:15. Oh, the girl at Dr. Johnson's. At his office, not his house. Wet young lady creeping at Dr. Johnson's office at 11:15 p.m. So, 11:15 seemed like a wise choice. Sorry, the person in my chat, I don't know how to properly pronounce your name, Pogo Engo. Thank you. I do remember the time that they said, oh, it is the tea room. I'm like, I have no idea how you would have associated those two together. 100%, this is the tea room. %. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. June 18th, 1975. Dear Vivian, I am not writing to you as a doctor, but as a friend. I know you had your suspicions about Charles. Now that his affair is revealed, there is no point beating around the bush. If you want to protect yourself and Trisha, there is only one way. You have to make Sophia and the baby leave Charles. They need to be moved away from Painscreek. You will, of course, have to compensate her for leaving. As for Charles, he will need to know that having his affair publicly known will destroy his political status. People are not so forgiving when the mayor they trust is involved in such a scandal. I figure that Charles will try to add the child into the family registry. I would do the same if I were him. It is a boy after all, and the child will be able to continue the family line. If that should happen, I cannot imagine what will happen to you. Henry Johnson. Vivian, I've given careful thought to your request, and here's my answer. I have provided a new prescription for your mother-in-law Magdalene. It is 3 times the strength of her usual dosage. Detailed instructions will be sent with the medicine. Should you decide to do it, you will need to administer the medicine carefully so no one suspects anything. Call me if you have any questions. Henry Johnson. P.S. Make sure no one else in the mansion ingests any of it. So Henry and Vivian planned to kill Magdalene. And he didn't expressly say kill Sophia, but just get rid of her. Said you will have to compensate her for leaving, so that one was definitely, murder was not the intention. This one also does not have a date on it, but murder is the intention. 3 times the strength of her usual dosage, and make sure no one else in the mansion ingests any of it. Fantastic. Okay. Not looking around. Not looking around. I do not want Sophia to be just standing there creeping on me.